Hi, today I am going to be conducting the kinetic sand experiment. Let's start off by looking at everything that's required to complete this experiment. So I have 3 different bowls here. This bowl has water in it because we will need that for part of the experiment, which you'll see. I have cornstarch. I bought 3 bags of sand because I didn't know how much I was going to need. I have Dawn dish soap, and I have a 1 tablespoon measuring thing and scissors to cut the bags open. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off by pouring some of the sand into one of the bowls. So I'm going to pick this one. Okay. So there is the sand, as you can see. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch in this. Into the sand. All right. Now I'm going to mix it together. I chose a knife just so it doesn't get stuck on a spoon whenever we add the dish soap and water and dish soap and cornstarch mix later on. So in this one, in this bowl, there's the water, so I'm going to add just a little bit of dish soap in here, and then I'm going to stir that up. A spoon this time. Probably a little more dish soap to this. Alright, so now I'm going to slowly add the water into the cornstarch and sand mix. So the water and the dish soap. So I'm going to do just a little. Alright, I think that's probably a good amount. Stir this up. Ooh, I'm definitely going to need some more. Alright. As you can see, it just does look like wet and runny sand. So I think I actually added enough of the water and the dish soap. So now, since it's not like kinetic sand, I am going to make the cornstarch and dish soap mix in my other bowl. So yeah, you can see it's just kind of like wet sand. Okay. Now the cornstarch and dish soap mix. So I'm going to do it in this bowl. I'm going to put I'll put about 2 of these in there this time. So 2 tablespoons cornstarch in there this time. Actually, I'm going to do 3 because I want to be able to make this into a paste, and so I need enough cornstarch to hold on to the soap. So I just added the dish soap, and I'm mixing it all together now. If that's too much soap, I'll just add a little more cornstarch so I can get the consistency that I need. I think I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of cornstarch into this because it's a little bit runny over here. Alright, now you see it's more like a paste kind of texture. So I'm going to slowly add it to the sand over here. Let's start with that one. So let's mix that in. Add a little more cornstarch over here, see if we can thicken it up just a little bit. Last attempt to make this work. And I don't think we're gonna have too much luck with this. So just like the girl in the YouTube video, she wasn't able to make this method work. As you can see here, it's just very, very runny. So my reaction didn't go as I hoped it would, but nonetheless, let's talk about the reaction that was supposed to occur in this experiment. So kinetic sand is typically made up of 98% sand and 2% polydimethyl siloxane, also known as silicone oil. So in the case of this experiment, we were trying to substitute that 2% of polydimethyl siloxane with cornstarch, water, and dish soap. So once all those ingredients are mixed together, it was supposed to be able to form a structure that was solid when pressure was applied to it within our hands. This reaction is secondary to polymer chains within the silicone oil, which make the same particles of the sand coated in that oil stick together and form a ball inside of our hands. So the composition of these particles allows them to stick to one another, but not to any other surfaces. So if this would have occurred properly in my experiment, I would have been able to pinch off a part of the ball at the top, and as I did it, I could rub it in my fingers and the sand would crumble as if it were regular sand and not kinetic sand. Also, if I just held the ball of kinetic sand, the hypothetical ball of kinetic sand in my hand for an extended period of time, it would have eventually flattened out. In my case, when I tried to apply pressure to the sand, all that happened was it went running through my fingers and back into the bowl because it was so much of a liquid and less of a solid. I think that I added too much water and dish soap initially, which made the substance super runny. I did try to redo the experiment, but had just as much luck the second time as I did the first time. So maybe one day I'll be able to try the different variations of this experiment, but as of now, that's all I have for my presentation today, and thank you for watching.